And this is the last game of the day, and it's the hosts, Côte d'Ivoire, versus Nigeria. Nigeria have already qualified, and Côte d'Ivoire can only qualify now as a best-ranked third team, but the permutations and the conundrums of that would be quite an ask for Côte d'Ivoire, but they have to win all their 3 games here, which would mean beating the unbeaten Nigerian team, who are 9-0 in this qualification. Senegal, we've just seen, and congratulations again to the Lions for qualifying in second at 8-2. And in the first game between Mali and Central African Republic, Central African Republic won. So they keep their hopes alive of that best third spot, potentially. So there's the 2 results. Central African Republic and Senegal winning comfortably. And now Nigeria, the unbeaten and undisputed kings of African basketball for so many years now. And that's one of the reasons right there, Ike Diogu.
Number 23, Johnny Jekiri. Number 24, Ekini. The head coach, Alexander Noah.
And head coach Alex Anwora, who, of course, whose son is currently at Louisville University in America, doing a really good job there. He played in earlier qualification window, and so Nigeria have some good youth coming through as we see the FIBA World Cup on court as the teams are introduced. And what a great opportunity as Luri Zerbo leads them out. What a great opportunity for Côte d'Ivoire to host this last qualification window. Just games today, tomorrow and Sunday, and that will be the completion of the African qualification process. At the moment, Cameroon are third in the other group. They have a plus-minus of 78, and they have a record of 7-5. So, Central African Republic or Côte d'Ivoire are going to have to win all their games and win them by big margins as well. But let's just enjoy the spectacle. That is the FIBA World Cup qualification. And we have Nigeria up against the Côte d'Ivoire. National anthems to follow.
On applaudit très fort. Maintenant, reste toujours debout l'hymne national de la Côte d'Ivoire. Et c'était l'hymne national
And wonderful renditions of the national anthems. And there is the gleaming FIBA Basketball World Cup. The cup that will be played for between the 31st of August, 15th of September this year in 8 venues across China. The draw is on the 16th of March. Kobe Bryant, Yao Ming, Jason Derulo will bring the music. And that draw will be brought to you through the FIBA channels. And Nigeria have already qualified. Côte d'Ivoire have to win tonight. Referees Nasij Masoudi, Daniel Nieves and Wael Mustafa. There are 3 officials for this evening's game. And for Côte d'Ivoire, who are the hosts in orange, Nigeria in their green, traditional green. Here's the Côte d'Ivoire roster. Look out for Brian Pamba and Souleymane Diabate. Vafessa Fofana spoke about how important this window was to FIBA on the website. You can see that interview on the website. Guy Landry, Eddie and Mohamed Deba Kone. They all feature prominently statistically for this team. It's going to be about heart tonight. Diabate, Fofana, Eddie, Kone and Pamba will start for Côte d'Ivoire. And here's the Nigerian. And it's Ike Diogu, the MVP for the AfroBasket 2017, is the standout player for them. And here is their starting 5. Ikana Adogbu, Obi Emagano, he's excellent. Ade Aminu, Michael Ume and Ike Diogu. It's good experience, and with the likes of Alex Zamora's son coming through the ranks as well at only 19 years old. At college in Louisville, Nigeria will be very strong at the World Cup for sure. There's Paolo Rovier, head coach for Côte d'Ivoire. And there is Alex Zamora. He's been the head coach since the lead up to the AfroBasket in 2017. Played in the NCJAA for Erie, CC JUCO. So a top basketball man, and Nigeria very happy to have him at the helm through these qualifiers, through the AfroBasket before that, which the man on your screen, Ike Diogu, was the MVP. Stands at 6'8". He's played 9 games, he's averaging 16 points a game, 6.1 rebounds, 1.8 assists. He is the standout player for Nigeria, but not far behind him. Emagano, 14.1 points a game, 2.1 rebounds, 1.1 assists, and 1.3 steals. So there's good players around, good experience. Talib Zana's is in the squad as well. So look out for some real high-octane basketball from the team in green. We've just seen Senegal, with the size and the strength and athleticism they have, book their ticket to China, which was a fantastic moment for them, especially being in touching distance of the trophy, and then to qualify. And they will play Nigeria on Sunday, which will be another spectacle. But before that, we have Côte d'Ivoire, the hosts, who are hosting this three-day tournament. Each team playing 3 games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is the last one today. Côte d'Ivoire straight up with a shot by Kone. Ball a bit static. Here it comes, and that's a really strong drive by Guy Landry Eddy. Eddy, good move. 9.7 points a game and 5.7 rebounds a game. So he's a big player for this Côte d'Ivoire team. Eddy, 9.7 points a game, 5.7 rebounds. Côte d'Ivoire with an early 2-0 lead. Nigeria just maybe seeing what level Côte d'Ivoire are going to be playing at. Penetrate, kick, shot clock running down. 3 is up and just long, but big rebound by Guy Landry Eddy. And out of bounds. And ball to Nigeria. There's Pamba, Brian Pamba, 2.3 assists per game. One of the leading stats for his team. Shots up from the corner, is just off for 3. Ball's loose. Diabate. And shots up and just off for Eddy. But they get the offensive rebound, and Nigeria have come out flat, and Pamba takes full advantage. And Wara will not want to take an early timeout to G his players up, even though they have qualified. And here comes, airballs that and ends up on the ground as Ike Diogu. And here comes Eddy. What an athlete this player is. Just can't get his feet organised, but what hustle by Côte d'Ivoire. And a lot of contact there. Guy Landry Eddy has come out flying. Look at the bands and the crowd and the percussion and the noise. All in orange, supporting the Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire have made 3 appearances in the World Cup, 23 appearances in Afrobasket. And of course they're called the same as their football team, Les Elephants, the Elephants. Will they be rampaging against Nigeria today and cause a real upset? And they're playing to the beat of the music. Attempted pass, but that's really good play by Aminu, cutting that problem out. But Cote d'Ivoire get back in numbers and they snuffle the ball away. Fafessa Fofana, and a slam dunk, big time aerial acrobatics by Mohamed Debakone. Timeout Nigeria, and it's needed. They are up for this, Cote d'Ivoire. Playing in front of their home crowd, they are energised. Nigeria are not at the races yet.
That's all. Okay? There's no fight. They want it more than us. They got something. They got nothing to lose. We're playing so timid. Come on. Run out.
Juste pour varier, ok? Sinon, on continue comme ça, ok? On joue en vitesse, et vous regardez là, on a stoppé 2 contre-attaques, et voilà. Allez.
Well, that was a much needed timeout, and let's see how Nigeria come out after this. Just to remind you, Nigeria have qualified for the Basketball World Cup. Cote d'Ivoire have got to have a minor miracle similar to Central African Republic have already won today. They need to win all 3 games to try and get the best third team. It's the best 2 teams from each group, from the 2 groups. Angola, Tunisia have qualified from the other group. Now Nigeria and Senegal have qualified from this group. So now Cameroon are the best third place, well, are the third place team in the other group on 7 and 5 with a plus 78 points scored for and against record. So in order to get to that mark, Cote d'Ivoire or Central African Republic have to win all their games handsomely in order to achieve that point. But that is something that can be looked at if we are in that position come Sunday evening. But let's just enjoy the spectacle with Nigeria under pressure at the moment. Let's see how they respond, and they do, by Obi Emegano, the other star on this team, a star amongst stars in African basketball. But they're having a problem with the elephants, Les Elephants at the moment. And good defense. Aminu is giving Nigeria some rim protection. Now he runs, but he didn't get it back. Oh, it was great effort, but now Nigeria are getting first to the ball, and there's a lot more snap about their game. Coach Imora saying, you're playing timid. They've got nothing to lose. They've got to show why they are the top-ranked African team within FIBA. They are ranked 33 in the world. Cote d'Ivoire are 68. There's a whole lot of dribble, and he made it. That's fine. Brian Pamba, he's the top assist, one of the top assist men on the team. He chose to dribble and make the score himself, for himself, off the glass. No good, but big rebound by Diogo. Misses, and it comes to Guy Landry Eddy. Through the middle, Eddy fouled. They're really moving the ball quickly, Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire's best finish in the African Championships was silver in 2009 in recent history, then going back to 81 and 85. They won it, but that's their best recent effort. And along with being at 3 FIBA World Cups previously, they know how to handle themselves on the big stage. And at the moment, there's no bigger stage than this, than Kyle Landry-Eddy. Guy Landry-Eddy is leading them. (11-4) to the Ivory Coast. A long-range shot from Diogo. Eddie's playing in France and playing at a good level club-wise. Penetrate kick. He's got a 3 to take. That's just long. Jump stop, kick out. And Diogo, so tricky, so strong. And Kone and Diabate. First free throw is good by Diogo. Yeah, good rotation on that shot. So Nigeria creeping their way back in. Shots just long, ball's loose, and Côte d'Ivoire had it, and an extravagant flip pass by Brian Pamba didn't find the intended target. And here comes Keith Omara. Good addition to this Nigerian roster. Mohamed Debakone with too much contact there. He's knocked it loose and he's grabbed Emagano. So we go again. Irogbu. Omara. Back to Omara. Under 10 on the shot clock. Ibekwe, shots up. It's just long. Rebound, Ibekwe. Blocked! Not in my house. That's Kone with a big block. And he comes off. It's a good start by Côte d'Ivoire. And Zerbo, Louis Frigius Zerbo comes in. Diogo Diogo just isolating his defender, gets him where he wants him, and just accumulates points in so many ways. And Professor Fofana trying to deal with Diogo. It's 6'8", he's tough to handle. So Ivory Coast, who played in the 2010 edition of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Penetrate, kick, and the jump shot's just short. And Nigeria with Diogo get the rebound. Starting to assert themselves on the game now. Diogo for threes, just off. Rebound Bamba. And the noise of the drums continues here in Tredjeville Arena. Zerba, little jump hook is too long. And a foul by Kebe. Ball's knocked loose. Ball's loose again, and here comes Nigeria. And what a block! What effort, not in my house. Penetrate, kick for three is good. The block leads to something really good. That's Pamba for three. And Zerba gets the rebound, loses it, but it's picked up by Côte d'Ivoire. Kebe. Cross to Diabate, and the ball's loose again. Omarah gets it. Côte d'Ivoire have it. Same spot, same result. Nearly the offensive rebound. Missed everything from exactly the same spot. Omarah, bounce pass, and a foul. Omarah takes a seat. So does Diogo. Again, Mbekwe at the line for Nigeria. It's a 14-8 lead, 1 minute remaining in the first. The host Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire, Trésor Levant leading, and there's a lot of contact, and Zerba Zerbo. Just too much contact there, trying to use his wide body, and he got caught up with Zana. And a lot of contact. Lamizana. Hervé Lamizana with the foul, wearing the headband. And Rugbu. 90% from the line. Play 3 games for Nigeria in these World Cup qualifiers. Inside, Lamizana, and he takes a strong move and gets fouled in here. Go to the line. Lamizana's first outing at these FIBA World Cup qualifiers, and great effort on the rebound there by Baru Ajehi. And Alex Imwora right on the sideline, calling the directions, and a travel. Right. Kebe with the foul there. Shots up for 3 is just off, and rebound finish brilliantly at the buzzer by 24 in Mbekwe. Referees just getting together, make sure that there was still time on the clock.
Le trio arbitral qui officie ce match va se référer à la vidéo. Je rappelle le score 14-10 avant. Premier carton.
Just looking at the
match, ultime match.
And I would say he didn't get it off in time. No baskets.
Au terme du premier carton, donc le panier ne sera pas validé pour tous ceux qui nous prennent en marche. Il faut shooter avant que le voyant lumineux rouge.
So that's the end of the first quarter.
Et au-delà,
It's Nigeria 10, Côte d'Ivoire 14.
Ce sont les règles FIBA. Et donc, concertation des joueurs et coachs avant la reprise dans 1 minute 30 secondes. En attendant, je vais laisser le générique FIBA prendre le dessus et on se reprend dans quelques secondes.
Welcome back. Here's the game statistics. Nigeria 29% from 2, 0 of 8 from 3, 100% from free throws, though 6 of 6. And Guy Landrietti really started strong. Côte d'Ivoire have kept Nigeria at bay for most of the quarter, and that was the highlight play. I'm sure we'll see time and again. Mohamed Dembakone throwing it down off the perfect alley-oop delivery. And Magano with a mid-range knockdown, and we're back live for the start of the second quarter. Michael Ume will inbound. Ume. Hesitation, going strong inside, but... And what a dunk! Big time offensive rebound and throw down. Ibekwe going up and throwing it down big time. How can Ivory Coast respond to that? Along with the three and offensive rebound. Attempt ends up in a foul. For Hervé Lamizana. Stolen by the Côte d'Ivoire. Jean-Francois. And nice move inside. Atiekbe Bamba.
La Unite Crise 16-15 HG0 et la RAF4 bleue 42-24H obstrue le passage. Je répète, 16-15 HG01 Unite Crise, RAF4 bleu 42-24EH obstrue le passage du stade, s'il vous plaît. Il faudra aller dégager votre voiture. Merci.
Ume has just come on, is going to have to head off, and Omigama, number 11, will come in. Irogbu. And Magano, good pressure from Côte d'Ivoire, and the pressure pays off with a steal. Ball into the corner, shots up, flat. And Ibekwe with the rebound. Demagano is off. Tonye Chikiri with the foul called there. Eddie under close attention. They got Got to keep moving the ball quickly. Force Nigeria to move side to side and then try and get the ball in behind them until they can turn in on themselves. And quick penetration, kick, and knock down the three. Great insertion, Tiegbe Bamba. Great insertion by the coach. He's come up trumps there. 7 the lead for the host Ivory Coast. Diogu's long, and that is Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire ball. Michael Ume back in the game. Problem with technical issue. To do with the clock. Just a full house here at the Palais de Sports de Treichville in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. And the crowd are loving Friday evening basketball. And the host playing the powerhouse of African basketball, Nigeria.
Doesn't matter what we do, we gotta look to go inside out. Okay? We can't keep passing the ball around and then all they're doing is hedging. If they hedge, take the bump. You guys know what I mean by take the bump? Flop. Just flip his shoulder and flop and keep going. Okay? They might call it foul, but we just avoided every contact. So we coming right here. Okay? If they hedge, take the bump and come outside. He's already rolling. Come up if it's open. Give it to me. If it's not open, yeah. If it's not open, see if he can look down low too. The shot is there. If nothing, he's still going. Sometimes, if they double him to the point that he can't get the ball, this guy got to flash off.
Si vous voyez que le défenseur il défend déjà sur le pick and roll, ok, pour profiter de le fait qu'on est plus petit, plus léger, etc. Faites gaffe au rebond défensif maintenant, ok. 2 minutes encore. Faites gaffe au rebond défensif. Et après, on va peut-être remettre un coup de physique. OK? Mais maintenant, on a besoin d'augmenter les rythmes avant de retourner en équilibre. OK?
On y va, on joue en rythme. On y va, OK. Et Boulgaï.
En Afrique, il y aura 5 places de disponibles. En ce qui concerne l'Europe, il y aura 12 places. En Amérique, il y aura 7 nations qui seront invitées à prendre part à ce 18e championnat du monde. Et
A definite problem with the scoring system.
32 équipes. Je rappelle que 80 pays, 80 nations participent à ce championnat. Et et vous assistez là en direct. Et je vous assure que c'est une opportunité à saisir. Un privilège de voir ces grandes nations évoluer en Côte d'Ivoire. Et c'est pas fini pendant 3 jours. Ça se passe à partir de 15h et les derniers matchs à 9h. Vous pourrez revenir demain avec vos enfants, vos amis. Faites passer le message. Venez très très nombreux pour assister à ces rencontres. Le Rwanda est là, le Mali, le Sénégal, la République centrafricaine, évidemment la Côte d'Ivoire. Et voilà, tout au... Il faut faire attention quand vous passez derrière. Quand vous circulez, faites attention à ne pas marcher sur les câbles qui relient. Ça montre un peu de problème.
So the referee's just trying to clarify the shot clock, or the exact, to get the shot clocks at the same time. They have to be totally synced up, so wherever a player looks, and there's our FIBA representative there trying to get things organised, but it's giving the coaches a chance to speak further with their players.
On n'oublie pas, si Guy, disons, il force, repli défensif, ok? Si on voit que pour chercher une faute, on le voit tout de suite en fait, hein? Ok? TP, Brian, bon, un sprint derrière et baf, si t'es là, bon, on laisse aller Barou et Guy, qu'il est là, qu'il est en train de shooter, au pire il va chercher un autre. Alors, on reste sur le plan de match, on n'oublie pas de perdre de balle, ok? Faut prendre soin de la balle, ok? Stopper les contre-attaques, on s'éloigne pas de ça, on enlève encore ces deux choses et c'est bon, ok? On dirige les matchs là, restez concentrés parce que cette pause, il va...
Just seeing the how warm it appears for the players, and ice pack being applied by Ryan Pamba there, but it's 27 degrees in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Humidity 85%. That's why some of the players and some of the coaches certainly earlier have been you can see the shirt of that gentleman there who's trying to supervise and sort out this issue. The weather is causing some issues, but not to these highly tuned athletes on the floor.
Notify this to the coaches. Tell them until the end of the quarter, the technician will come to repair it. They must go outside the indoor to bring him. Okay? You must inform the coaches to continue with only one. We don't have any choice. We cannot stop. We cannot report. Okay? Try to convince them and to make them understand.
Well, that's a real interesting insight there, that they've got an issue with the shot clock. They can't sync them at the moment by the look of it. And the commissioner has asked the referees to speak to the coaches to see if they will continue with just the one shot clock, which will be really difficult for one of the two teams at all times, because they're not going to be facing the shot clock. That's what I believe at the moment, but we will clarify things as we go.
En attendant de résoudre celui qui a 24 secondes. Donc on se référera évidemment à celui de 19 secondes. Et la partie va reprendre dans quelques secondes.
And they are going to continue in the 27 degrees heat and humidity out in Abidjan region. And we get started, but we've got to stop immediately because The basketball shoe is not tied up correctly. Guy Eddie will attempt to inbound again. Eddie behind the back. Great pass. Shot is up but flat, and Ajayi does his best to keep it alive. But 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here from Africa. Nigeria have already qualified, and Cote d'Ivoire have to win this game to have any chance of qualifying as the best third place team. Top two from the two groups definitely go through. Nigeria, Senegal qualify from this group. Angola, Tunisia from the other group, and it's all about who's going to have the third spot between the two groups. Penetrate, and again Cote d'Ivoire were in deep. And Pamba, I think that's Pamba. There seems to be a number issue possibly between Pamba and Kebe. I will get that clarified for you. Diogu, no good. Big rebound by Barou Ajayi, and he's played brilliant inside, outside. Kyle, Guy, Landry, Eddie. That was a great inside-out move. Long-time servant for Cote d'Ivoire since the 2010 World Cup. And Diogu just can't get it to go, but he will try his best. And he does in the end to draw a foul and get himself to the free throw line. Nice high arc on the shot there by Diogu. He's 4 and 4 from the line. So Pamba is 6. Jean-Francois Kebe is 5. Diogu misses free throw. Apologies for the slight cough there. And the shot is short by Eddie, but rebounded by Fofana. Bafessa Fofana spoke frankly about his country's chances of going forward to the World Cup. Well, they're leading at the moment by 10, holding Nigeria to 13 points in a quarter and a half of basketball. Shots up and misses, and Diogu just can't get hold of the ball. He's getting right in amongst the Ivory Coast players, the Cote d'Ivoire. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, just 4 points at the moment, all coming from the free throw line for Diogu. So full court pressure. Pamba, hands off. Round comes Diabate. And that's a tough pass inside with Talib Zana coming across. 6'9", able to get a deflection on that. Awura's in. Amora is in for Nigeria. And nice finish, Brian Pamba. Well, it's come up as Kebe. It's a little bit of confusion because on the back of number 6's top is the name Pamba, and great play by Cote d'Ivoire, real intensity and great sportsmanship as well. That is Pamba, even though he's shown on the live stats I'm looking at. It's number 5 is Brian Pamba, 6 is Jean-Francois Kebe. We will get that sorted, so there's no confusion. And Zana speaking with the official, but the decision is correct. Because that great aggression there by Cote d'Ivoire. So, Guy Eddie at the line. Three of 5 from the line now. And he was 100% coming in to this evening's contest. And he misses that too. You can see what he thinks about that, but Cote d'Ivoire have extra possession, and Alex Amora is very pensive at the moment. So intentional foul was called on Zana. 2 shots in possession, great pass, but the shot was a long way off. And the beat, the percussion instruments and the brass instruments, is just fantastic atmosphere here in a packed arena, Palais de Sports de Treichville in Abidjan, a very warm and humid Abidjan. Diabase, no way through there, good defense by Amara. Next to pass, wrap around, no good, so difficult. He could have finished left-handed, but the defense was there. Bekwe to Zana. Zana backs down, and a fade away. Jump shot, that's a tough shot for Ekene Ibekwe. 3:46 remaining in the second. Omora. Shots up long, 2 is good. That's a big moment. Player who's played his basketball in Norway and has got a Nigerian passport. Great fake, and the kick, and the shot's just off. Ball's loose. And great fight between the 2 players, Eddie and Zana. And Cote d'Ivoire keep possession. Nigerian crowd are deep in thought here. 10 down, only 15 points scored. Extra pass, some dribbling going on, the shot's up, that's a tough shot. It's not a good offense by Cote d'Ivoire, and here comes Nigeria. Kick to the corner, and the shot is just short. Ball's loose, and here comes the Elephants. And what a block! Keith Omara. Shots up from deep is short, and that has sparked a big response here in Abidjan. Came flying out of nowhere, number 2 in green. He's got the ball now. And no good on the offense. Tony Jakiri in for Nigeria. Good pass inside from Eddie. He saw that Cote d'Ivoire had a mismatch underneath. In Fofana. But good defense. That was good defense in tandem there. There's been some great blocks today. Great athleticism with the African players. But this game, the other 2 games in the end, quite big winning margins. This is different. Nigeria are going to have to push themselves really hard to get back in this game. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Shots up, and shot is good. Hervé Lamizana with the headband and the point of the finger. Big moment for Cote d'Ivoire, and breakdown in communication between Omara and Talib Zana. And are things starting to fall apart slightly for Nigeria here? They've already qualified for the FIBA World Cup, but they would have wanted to carry on winning. But Cote d'Ivoire at the moment have got other ideas. And there's a foul. Souleymane Diabate averages 4.8 assists for his team. Nigeria not shown as in team fouls yet, but Cote d'Ivoire think they should be shooting, but at the moment it's an end line possession. There's one more foul to give for Nigeria. 90 seconds just under remaining in the second quarter. And now Nigeria get the steal, and look out. Thought we were going to have a huge throwdown dunk by Ibekwe. And they nearly lose. Look at the nice move there, but no finish for Eddie. And the pull-up 3 is just short. And now Les Elephants, with under a minute remaining in the second, can just pull it out and get a good look at a half-court offense here. Nigeria just haven't been able to fully capitalise on any mistakes. And that's a tough shot by Mohamed Kone. Shots up, good rebound by Omara. Ali Raminu in the game as well. And there's a foul, but they have got one to give. Kebe with the foul.
Secondes à jouer avant la mi-temps. Score
les time-out au cas où on pique la balle tout de suite, on joue le dernier attaque. On le joue avec Bali qui va faire un écran plat, okay, pour solo avec la balle. Okay? Hervé, d'accord? Iso et Jeff, un des deux côtés, c'est égal. La chose importante, c'est que Hervé soit à 45 degrés, d'accord? Et que l'écran soit plat, d'accord? Si possible, tu fais en feinte d'aller sous la main.
It's not how we play. It's not how we play. Hey, listen. Let's keep going inside, okay? Run our blue now or our horn. Okay, our horn, see, if it's open, just flash down. Okay? Let's look inside. We haven't run our horn yet. Okay? Hey, 1 minute. Let's walk for 1 minute and go get regrouped. 1 minute.
Here we go. Possession, guys. 16 seconds.
Clear and concise words there from coach Alex Zamora. Let's work for 1 minute, then we go and get regrouped. Senegal coaches looking on. They have qualified today, definitely with that win. That's they just needed the one win this window. They have Mali and Nigeria remaining. So we look forward to that one with anticipation on Sunday. And is it a block or is it a charge? And Lamizana may have had his foot in the charge circle.
À 3 secondes de la fin du match, pardon, la fin du second carton pour atteindre la mi-temps ici. Lancif mérité sur un drive qu'il a effectué. Il aura droit à 2 lancers francs. Michael Hewlett.
Well, he's definitely outside the charge circle. He looked to be pretty square on, but it's a defensive foul called. And Michael Ume. Game clock has gone off the screen at the minute. Here we go. They've got to get it up, and they do. And it's just short from Côte d'Ivoire at the end of the second quarter. It's half-time here in Côte d'Ivoire, and Nigeria are behind. And they have only scored 19 points. It's Nigeria 19, Côte d'Ivoire 28. It's just an excellent performance, in part by Côte d'Ivoire, but a poor effort. I'm sure Alex Moore will be telling his team, we just got to up the effort and energy and the shooting as well. 90% from the line is good for Nigeria, 9 from 10. 26 rebounds from Côte d'Ivoire, 20 to Nigeria. 8 and 7 turnovers, Côte d'Ivoire and Nigeria. So that's the situation here. Nigeria are behind. Côte d'Ivoire have to win every game this weekend, including this one, of course. And that will be to have a chance of being one of the best third-place teams out of the two groups. Or not one of the best, the best. At the moment, Cameroon are the third-place team in Group E, but we shall see. Can Nigeria come back, or will the Elephants continue on a basketball rampage? Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes for second half from Côte d'Ivoire.
familles, vous êtes très ça.
Welcome back to the Palais de Sports de Treichville in Abidjan region of Côte d'Ivoire. And at the moment, Nigeria have 19 points in a half. Côte d'Ivoire have 28. And in the corresponding fixture, or earlier in this qualification campaign, Nigeria won 84-73 back in the September window last year. So this is a big turnaround. Makes a lot of difference being on your home court, and Côte d'Ivoire really reaping the benefits of that. They've only got 28 points, but to keep Nigeria to only 19 points. Nigeria have been averaging 43 points from the bench. They're going to need something like that, or an upturn in their fortunes in relation to getting some scores on the board. And as for Côte d'Ivoire, they've just got to try and control the pace of the game, attack when they can.
Screen to screener, et après on rentre en flex. All side. 2 fois on est parti, all side, et on a joué all down. D'accord? Allez, allez, encore,
Allez.
encore là.
Eh, c'est pas fini, hein. 0-0, on reprend. Allez.
Allez, encore.
You guys got to walk. They are walking us. You hug your man, it's going to be a long way to chase him. Come to the ball side, it won't be a long way.
Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up.
Niger, 1, 2, 3. Let's go inside.
And Coach Mbora just saying, let's go inside. They've got great athletes on their team. And Bekwe, Aminu, very long athletes, and obviously Obieme Ghana on the outside, but Ike Diogo has got to really stamp his authority on this game, and early, to turn the tide around. So Nigeria with the first possession of the second half. Hope you're enjoying watching this coverage on livebasketball.tv wherever you are and however you are watching it. But the first turnover is Nigeria's, and here comes Eddie all the way and is fouled. He's been really fired up from the first tip, and Erogbu with the foul called. Senegal have already qualified for the 2019 FIBA World Cup, and some great photos on the FIBA Basketball World Cup app and the main website. Don't forget, download the FIBA Basketball World Cup app. It will give you all the information you need, especially as teams qualify, the stories behind those teams, the players, the coaches, the fans, expert opinion from one of my co-commentators, Jeff Taylor, and the other guys on the FIBA team, and really insightful. And with being at the complete business end now, the qualification process, it's do or die for some teams. Nigeria is still there. Nigeria are there, they have qualified, but at the moment Côte d'Ivoire are playing a good game and they are in charge. Getting to a lot of the loose balls, great hustle back by Nigeria. Emegano. That was Michael Ume there with the good hustle back. Mohamed Kone is on the floor, number 15 in orange. And the three is good. And again, that is shown as Kebe on the live stats, but it has Pamba on the back. Penetrate, kick, Eddie, extra pass, another three. Same position, misses everything. Pulls inside, good run through. And Mohamed Kone and Côte d'Ivoire are just playing a really good game. Excellent start to the second half. Kone on 4 points. Good help defense. Turnaround jump shot is short. Playing Beckway. Shots up from the corner is just out from deep. And Côte d'Ivoire in control. Shots up and shot is good by Côte d'Ivoire. Number 6 has Pamba on his back. But on the live stats, number 6 is Jean-François Kebe. I'm going to go with what's on his back. Pamba for 3.
To the basket, they're running harder than us. We're playing like we're playing a pickup game. Nobody wants to take a contact. Nobody wants to go to the rack. Now we're gonna play pick up man and drop to 23 zone. Okay, IQ in the middle. You guys got to shed out. Make sure you match up accordingly. Know where the shooters are. Don't let anybody get in the middle. Let's see what they do against the zone. Okay.
Tout le monde shoot et tout ça. Tout le monde y prend la balle, ok? Équilibre aussi dans les finitions. Bien le shoot, bien volley, bien la rotation et tout ça, ok? Maintenant, on peut première. Hey, je sais que c'est toujours plus dur, mais première, donc rebond avec les extérieurs. Bon, premier sprint, juste pour faire sprinter en arrière aussi les extérieurs. Et si jamais on joue, ok? Effort.
Côte d'Ivoire, 38, Nigeria, 19.
So, big problems for Nigeria here. Great way to keep the ball alive. Extra pass right into the corner. It's good for 3. Guy Landry-Eddy, he deserves that. He's played with so much energy and purpose since the first tip. And he knocks down a wide open 3. The floater is short, offensive rebound, fade away is good for Nigeria. And Braxton Obguezi into the game, gets a score. A 20-point lead for Côte d'Ivoire. Offensive rebound, good job. Good finish behind Bekwai. He's up to 6 points, 3 from 6 from 2. Extra pass, same spot, same result. Guy Landriedi. Shooting under 30%, 28.6% from 3 coming into this game, and the ball's loose and it's all going wrong for Nigeria at the moment. Emegano, one of their prominent players, is slipping, maybe on some moisture on the floor. It's very humid, as I mentioned earlier. 85% humidity in Abidjan region tonight, and now Alex Amora has got more issues to sort out. They haven't been able to slow down Côte d'Ivoire. And Fofana with the free throw. And the percussions and the music and the drums. They're doing a great job creating a very individual atmosphere here at the African qualifiers. Great pass all the way across. Fofana, same spot, different player, same result. Souleymane Diabate. 3 threes from the same spot by 2 players. Côte d'Ivoire in control, 25-point lead. Who'd have seen this coming? Well, we're seeing it right now, Zana. And great effort on the initial block, but Ibekwe flying in to tip the miss. Can Côte d'Ivoire control the game enough to control Nigeria enough? Great fake. 2 is good. Fofana with a wonderful ball fake. Just one dribble. And Diogo doing what he can. Attacks off the dribble, and Guy Landriedi with the foul. Thiago knocks down the 3. Ten or 12 now for Nigeria. Oh, what a throwdown! Mohamed Kone. Watch this. Alley-oop over the top of Diogo. Highlight play of the highest order. But Diogo's missed it. It's all going wrong for Nigeria. Wide open dunk and he misses. Pamba to Diabate. That dunk will be worth another look if we get a chance. Mohamed Debekone. And we are going to look at it. Thank you very much. What a throwdown. Diogo didn't know if to stick or twist, go and help, and by the time he thought about it, Kone was up and away and throwing it down above him. What a play for this crowd to watch. And the Côte d'Ivoire fans are having an absolute ball watching this. At the moment, Nigeria being dismantled, especially if this goes in, but the shot didn't go up. They needed to, they'd run out of shot clock. What they don't want to do is get... And Pamba is wearing 6. Sorry for any confusion, but it's Pamba that's knocking down these shots. Must have been a change in shirt number late. But the most important thing for Côte d'Ivoire is they're leading 52-26. Emegano will want to change that quickly. Bekwe trying to get hold of the ball and throw it down. Here comes Ivory Coast in orange. Pull up. They don't want to be playing too much one-on-one.
Alors je rappelle encore une fois BMW X5 15 5110 EN01 est prêt de déplacer son véhicule.
Long 3. Just need to get a good shot now. Don't go away from what's got you here. Extra ball movement, extra passes, and shooting like that. Souleymane Diabate for 3. Yes. Got it. And Côte d'Ivoire have really got it today. And Ike Diogo just getting inside, getting position. Just 8 points for the Nigerian star, the MVP of AfroBasket 2017. Côte d'Ivoire, too much dribble. Now Nigeria will break, 2-on-2. They miss, they get back. Good job by Lori Zerbo. Technical foul. One shot coming for Côte d'Ivoire, and then possession where the ball was when the technical was called. New rule for this year. Diabate misses the free throw. Pressure up by Nigeria. They're going to have one more push at this, I'm sure. Kebe wearing number 5. Pamba is 6. Shots up, it's off and right. That's not a good shot, but they got fortunate. But another 3's going up, down and back out. Diogo, they don't want to just be bombing 3's. There's a long, long way to go in this game. 27-point lead for the hosts of this 3-day tournament. Côte d'Ivoire. And Zerbo trying to stay with Ike Diogu. And he just brings the ball up, seeing Zerbo's hands close to him. Causes the contact. Diogu, and a dunk, nice dunk by Jakiri. Tony Jakiri. Hesitation. Kebe, and there's a whistle. And Côte d'Ivoire have just lost their concentration here. They want to be careful. If Nigeria gets a feeling of a comeback, they will be going hard, and it's that back foot over the sideline. And another foul, stopping the clock. Exactly what Nigeria want. They want to be at the free throw line with the clock stopped, eating into this lead. Zerbo out, Bali, Koulibaly in for the first time. And shot is good by Erogbu. McKenna, Erogbu, 3 points, 2 rebounds. He's 100% from the line though. That's where he's got all his points. And not now, just missed that. And a deflection by Zana. And there's the free throw, 6 of 13, Côte d'Ivoire. They need to get a solid offense, no more. Kebe passes off, high screen offered by Koulibaly. And a short range jump shot is off, but offensive rebound. They just got to keep moving the ball like they've done to increase their lead in this quarter. They can get the last shot. Floater is off left. Now Nigeria can just throw it up from half court with a stumble. And it's the end of the third quarter. And at the end of the third, it's Nigeria 31, Côte d'Ivoire 55.
World. FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it.
And that's the message from Global Ambassador Kobe Bryant, who will be present at the draw on the 16th of March in Shenzhen. All the teams will be known by the end of this window as we look at the stats for 2 points, 3 points and free throws so far through the first 3 quarters. And Côte d'Ivoire just caught fire from behind the arc with Pamba. And then the throw. And Pamba again. Great bounce pass to him. And then Eddie from the corner. Likes that one. Well, he did that twice. And then Diabate knocked one down from the same spot, and then that happened right over the top of Nigeria's star player, Ike Diogu, who hasn't got the biggest vertical, and then just deep threes. Diabate, that was just downtown. So Nigeria 24 down. It can be done if Nigeria come out of the gates flying here in this start of the quarter. So, just to confirm, because Pamba and Kebe are on the court at the moment. Pamba is 6, Kebe is 5, but on the live stats it's not shown as that. They're shown in their numbers opposite. Great pass inside from one to the other. And Bali Koulibaly picks up the catch underneath. They got really deep inside there. That's a much better look for them. Look at the mismatch, and good things will happen if you can get mismatches that far under the hoop. Adeji to Pamba. Pamba left hand layup is good. That's what they need. Brian Pamba. Diogu still trying to get something good to happen and just protecting the ball so well. It's a foul before the shot. So end line out of bounds for Nigeria. Diogu, still Diogu. Tajikiri, Emagano, Chirakiri, Zana. No good on the score. Good defense by Cote d'Ivoire. They just got to play solid D now. There will be a run coming from Nigeria. Ball out of bounds. And Koulibaly. Steps out of bounds there. Good defense by Chikiri. Irogbu. And Diogo again. And the help came. Pamba had him. The help came and there was a foul. 26-point lead for Cote d'Ivoire. So Cote d'Ivoire, they've got Nigeria tonight, and at the moment they're winning that, and they have Mali and Rwanda at the two teams at the bottom of this group on their home floor here Rwanda tomorrow, Mali on Sunday. There's every chance they will win those 2 games. And it really is about what Central African Republic do. And then it's all about points difference. Just got to win by as many as possible. And obviously winning by the margin they are tonight is helping them no end. But the mathematicians can sort that if they do win all 3 of their games. Extra pass, wide open shot. And it's Nigeria ball, but that's much better. That's where they got a lot of their joy from behind the arc, was making the extra pass. And Tiegbe Bamba in the court and being cheered on by Guy Landry Eddy as Big Bali Koulibaly comes out. And at the moment, orange is in ascendancy over the green of Nigeria, Emegano. And big rebound and outlet. And they're looking inside and they're going inside. Tiegbe Bamba wanted the ball inside. But Ume stood firm. Kebe. And Erogbu goes out. 7:32 remaining in the 4th for Cote d'Ivoire to play smart. And they will go to the line. Good strong play from Tiegbe Bamba.
Information encore au niveau du parking auto. Audi noir 1683 JJ01. Audi noir 1683 JJ01 est prié de déplacer son véhicule. Merci.
Bamba's played 6 games, 8 points a game, averaging 50% from the line. 3 rebounds a game, 1.2 assists, so he's doing a good job for his team. Averaging 20 minutes a game. Just playing around 12 minutes at the moment for tonight. Step back, long 2 is long. Not a great choice as Kebe pushes the ball ahead inside to Zerbo. Zerbo loses the ball, gets it back, Kone gets it back, and in and out, and in for Cote d'Ivoire. And Barou Adeje, and he's another player, Dehi, who's played really well. Oh, saved through the legs by Kone. That was fantastic effort. And Omara committing the foul there on Kebe. Great pass. Good patience as well by Adesi. They just outcompeted Nigeria. They've outplayed Nigeria, and we just didn't see this coming to this extent. Cote d'Ivoire can play for sure. They've got some super players, and here's one of them, Brian Pamba, playing his club basketball in France, as a lot of the Ivorians do, and African players do. Senegal the same. Pamba, still Pamba. New 14. As Ibekwe hears it from the crowd. There was a crossover there, and he was beaten, and he just kicked at the ball. So 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And there's a technical foul, it appears, on the Côte d'Ivoire bench. So I don't quite see why. What's happened there? Something's been said out of line. And now the ball will go back to where it was, or where it had gone out of play at the time of the infringement. And Côte d'Ivoire get possession back. Kebe, look, it's a nice pass inside, but Kone couldn't get it to go. The back to basket, flip over his shoulder, shots up, in and out, good rebound, long pass, and he's broken up by Nigeria. And in Mbekwe. Remember, it's FIBA ranks, world ranks 68 versus 33 here. Nigeria 33, who went down in the last rankings after the last window. And Côte d'Ivoire went up to 68. And now they're showing that they are on the up if they can continue to play like this for the remainder of the weekend. They will potentially get all the wins they need, but it's by how many points? They've got to go full out for 3 games and win by as absolute maximum as they can. And Michael Ouma. Amber takes a seat. Still Nigeria ball. This is a conclusive performance at the moment by the team in orange, Côte d'Ivoire, the hosts for this tournament. Diogo just off. The shots have just been not falling. Everything that Diogo has tried has not worked as yet. Ajayi passes out to Eddie, and inside Kone off one leg. That's a really difficult shot. And Ajayi. And the drums and the brass instruments on the step back 3 is short as the shot clock expires. Ticking down to 5 minutes remaining in the quarter, in the game. Shots up and it's off by Mbekwe. Shots up for Nigeria and it's off again by Rogbu. Now the pass ahead. And a nice lay-in by Mohamed Kone. Pass right on cue, but not the alley-oop this time. He must be feeling the humidity, the same as I am here in Côte d'Ivoire. It's timeout, Nigeria.
They're getting everything they want. Okay? Listen, it is what it is. You know, we give up 30 points. So far, let's make it respectable. Let's make the score respectable. Let's not dig the hole deeper. All right?
Ils vont nous laisser quelque chose parce qu'ils ne peuvent plus en fait. Ils n'arrivent plus. Même avant 4 secondes, ils vont faire un gros trou. OK?
Game leaders for Côte d'Ivoire, Eddie, Kone, Eddie, and Eddie with assists, steals, and points. Kone with the 9 rebounds. 47 rebounds for Côte d'Ivoire, only 31 for Nigeria. And look at this marvellous show that's been going on pretty much all day. Great dancing, percussion. It's just amazing presentation of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers and the local organising committees and all the local people that come out to watch and enjoy the basketball, and none more so than today's game with Côte d'Ivoire at the moment comprehensively defeating and totally outplaying Nigeria. And there's a big dunk for Nigeria by Jakiri, and Guy Eddie just got to play in control. Don't try and do too much. Shots up, and it's banked in by Kebe. Wonderful shot. Did he shout bank? We may never know, but it's 3 points and a potential for a 4-point play. Akindele just couldn't stop himself as he came out to close down Kebe. So Kebe at the line for his bonus shot. .30 lead for the Côte d'Ivoire. And the crowds that have flocked in today, and I'm sure over the weekend as well, have been served up some wonderful basketball today, but especially by Côte d'Ivoire in this demolition of one of Africa's top teams, if not the top team. But they're going to have to brush themselves down after this mauling by Côte d'Ivoire and refocus, ready for the remainder of the weekend, because they still have Senegal to play on Sunday. And Senegal looked very impressive earlier on versus Rwanda. Nice pass, just keep sharing the ball. Assist by Kebe, and the recipient, Badou Adjehi. But Michael Ume attacks the basket. He's not stopped working. Braxton Obguizi is in, just got knocked to the floor off that screen. Wide open shot from the elbow, perfectly executed. Badou Adjehi. No defense anywhere near him. Shots up from the corner is off, ball's loose, and Guy Eddie has it. And he's trying for the alley-oop. And they bring it out, and that's good. I think they need to mop the floor. More perspiration, it's very humid and that's why they're mopping every chance they get. They're mopping the floor. But it hasn't stopped the band, it hasn't stopped the dancers, and it hasn't stopped people's enjoyment of a wonderful day's basketball here And the hosts are going to get off to the perfect start. And for Nigeria, this is in effect the worst possible start. Even though they're qualified, they won't want to stop playing. And straight off the inbounds, Nigeria completely switched off, and another player slips. They're going to have a close look at this. They don't want any unnecessary injuries while they come to the last couple of minutes of the game. Tiegbe Bamba with the score. And that's so dangerous with the slippy surface. Bamba's up to 10 points. It's been a good spread. 3 players in double figures. Other players supporting well. That's a foul by Guy Eddy. .235 remaining here. Koulibaly back in. Add some size to the Côte d'Ivoire mission. And it's almost mission accomplished here against the African powerhouse that is Nigeria. Arugbo shoots and long. And Koulibaly gets the defensive rebound. And he will shoot 2. And Keith Omara with the foul. Shots long. They haven't shot the free throw well. They need to do that better. Under 50%, 8 of 16 before that one. And that's off left, and good rebound. Omara, and Nigeria with the clock ticking down to 2 minutes. Penetrate kick, good closeout. Good defense, but good offensive rebound, which leads to a 3. Akindele with the offensive rebound, and Michael Ume and the steal. They've got to keep their composure, Côte d'Ivoire, because they need to win big in 3 games to have any chance of getting the best 3rd place team. So they turn it over again and they get back. I think we might be seeing, it's a 30-point lead now. Bamba comes out. And it is a timeout. And there's a happy looking Bryan Pamba. But they just want to remind their players, we need to maximise these moments. Côte d'Ivoire timeout.
Ok, on a le temps encore, hein? On a le temps. On a fait 2 bêtises, ça arrive sur 40 minutes, on a le temps. Ok? Là, on a 2 défenses, 2 attaques. Ok? Il faut s'habituer maintenant justement à jouer sur ça. 2 défenses, 2 attaques. 2 bonnes défenses et on attaque sans perdre la balle. C'est ça l'objectif. Repli défensif. Repli défensif. Et on attaque. On-side. Ok? Si on ne joue pas la transition, on-side. Ok, Brian? Allez, go.
Allez, Iboulou, guys.
Go, come on. Finish on 3, 1, 2, 3. Go.
I think that's a smart timeout by Coach Ovia. Alex and Mora, they will have to get themselves together. Ready for their next 2 games.
40 secondes. Qu'est-ce qui va se passer?
In line out of bounds. 3-pointer is off. Defensive rebound. And pressure on the ball again. 90 seconds or just under remaining. Nigeria have the Central African Republic tomorrow, and that will not be easy with Roman Sato playing for. And the shot clock runs down, and then they have the matchup with Senegal, and Senegal are playing really well and have just qualified and will want to push Nigeria all the way. Nigeria are going to have a real change of energy and effort and attitude. I'm sure Coach Imora will be working hard to ensure that he achieves that. What a move, hanging in the air. Irogbu. Ikene Irogbu. Brian Pamba's back in the game. Under a minute remaining. Keith Omara. And that's just not a great offense. No ball movement, but good steal. And the Ivory Coast have been really sharp for large portions of this game. Good defense. 8 steals, 19 turnovers. And the long three is off. And a block. But I think the two's good. I think it hit the backboard first. 46-72. 26-point lead. Good hustle back though by Barou. Ajayi, he's played well. Here's the block. It's off the backboard first, so that is basket interference. They're just double checking that. Time out.
D'accord? Et on joue top pick, pas sans les back pick. D'accord? Que ça, pour les derniers shoots. D'accord? Si vraiment l'objectif c'est shooter au dernier moment, ok? Et pas
So that's the final timeout, just the 11 seconds remaining for Côte d'Ivoire to complete this victory and to overturn the defeat they suffered to Nigeria earlier in the qualification back in September. But they're looking ahead to Mali and Rwanda and to score and to win as big as possible in those two games. No more slip-ups for Côte d'Ivoire. Pamba under close attention, they nearly lose it. Diegbe Bamba. And they're just trying to get this game finished. I think there's a timeout here as well, and there's only a few seconds remaining.
It's gonna be quick. Okay? Keith, you're gonna take the ball out of bounds. Don't panic. All right? Deji. You're right here. Okay? That's you, Deji. Okay? You're setting the paper. Okay? Box, it's box. Pay attention. Okay? All you're doing is...
Avec 4 et 5. Okay?
And here's the Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay, Diegbe,
Top rebounders, Kone Bamba, Kebe and Eddie.
On switch les 4, mais pas avec Brian.
51 rebounds they've pulled down compared with 35 by Nigeria. That is massive amount of rebounds. But they've played with a purpose right from the first tip, and they've been able to build a lead. Now they just want to finish the game strongly. Shots up, and it's off, and time has expired, and Cote d'Ivoire have beaten Nigeria here in the last game of the day. Great effort by Les Elephants, and they will march on. Rwanda and Mali to come for them. And if they win those games big, it will be down to points difference and the mathematicians to work out if they are indeed the best third place team out of the two groups. But let's just concentrate on the win tonight. A really good execution of game plan, some great individual efforts by Pamba, by Eddie, Kone with some highlight plays. Final score, Nigeria 46, Cote d'Ivoire 72. Some very happy Ivorians, and the crowd have come onto the court, getting photos with their heroes. Nigerian and, of course, the Ivorian players. But this really sets it up now for Cote d'Ivoire. They have got the easier route playing against Mali and Rwanda to try and make a run at this third spot, whereas Central African Republic, who won in our first game today, have Nigeria to play. So that will be a much more difficult mountain to climb than potentially for Cote d'Ivoire. So here's all the game statistics. Pick out what you wish, but that massive rebound advantage, 37 defensive rebounds, 14 offensive, but 22 turnovers for Cote d'Ivoire, but Nigeria 13. And the game leaders, Diogo, as always, leading his team. Ibekwe with 10 rebounds, Eddie with 15 points. .5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals for Eddie. And there's the top scorers, Diogo, Eddie, Kebe, Ume, Ibekwe and Bamba, leading the way in the points department. So it's been a day one of the qualifiers here the last window, and these are wonderful moments for the families and for the children to have photos taken with their basketball heroes and or relatives. Of course, they're heroes whether you're relatives or not. But Côte d'Ivoire have taken care of business tonight. They are hosting this tournament, 3 days of basketball here in Africa. 3 more games tomorrow, Saturday, and 3 more games Sunday. Nigeria and Senegal. Senegal qualified following their win in the second game against Rwanda. It's all down to who is going to take that third spot. 5 teams from Africa qualify for the FIBA World Cup in China. Angola and Tunisia have already qualified from the other side. Cameroon are the best placed, are the third placed team on that side of the draw. So Côte d'Ivoire and the Central African Republic know exactly what they need to do. It's going to be exciting and it's going to be hot and humid. That was a highlight play there for Kony. Great pass and spacing, and Diogo getting posterized. But it wasn't just that highlight play. There was some big time threes. There was 4 threes in close succession, and the great play of Brian Pamba. And Kebe as well, hitting the bank three. So some really good play all the way around this team. But lots of work to do over the next 2 days for these players. Good up fake there. He missed it the first time and then stayed with it. Barrow Jehi. 1 fake, missed. Offensive rebound straight up. Just got to stay with it once you got that inside position as well. But it's been a super day's basketball. Hope you've enjoyed it wherever you've been watching it, and whatever you've been watching it on. There's more to come from Côte d'Ivoire tomorrow. And there's basketball wall-to-wall on livebasketball.tv. Still got America's action coming tonight. And of course, Asia action and the European action continues. Many spaces and spots still to be grabbed. And that was the bank shot 3 that put the icing on the cake for Côte d'Ivoire by Kebe. Jean-Francois Kebe. So we'll leave you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your basketball weekend.